Shalom Aleichem. This week is Parashat Beshalach, and we know there is a very important statement of our sages, Kashim mezonotov shel adam kmo kriat yam suf. In the center of this beautiful parasha, a splitting of the ocean, this wonderful miracle. And our sages is telling us it's very hard for a person sometimes to find his living, to make his living just like splitting the water of the ocean. Also a statement of our sages says that kashe zivugo shel adam kmo kriat yam suf. Sometimes it's difficult to find your soulmate, just as difficult as splitting of the ocean. Today, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to explain and share with you beautiful highlights of these ideas of the parasha that we can translate to our life and get stronger in emunah and get much more blessing for ourselves, for our families, for our community, and Bezrat Hashem understand the greatness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, a little bit of what we can see in a few amazing stories that I'm going to share with you. So we all know in life, especially in Eretz Israel, Bnei Torah, they don't make so much living, and sometimes even people who are not Bnei Torah, there's a lot of expenses when there is a bar mitzvah, wedding, or need to move and to get to a bigger house and so on and so forth. And then you do the mathematics and you don't see how you can handle the situation, but with a way, no way, not expected way, you find the solution and everything happening, and you have the bar mitzvah, or you have the wedding, or you can move to a bigger house, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is helping you that Akol Ba'al Mekomo B'Shalom, everything fits right, at the right time, at the right place, and everyone is happy. It's amazing. And if we look even on the great nation, for example, that I visited this country many times, Russia, that it's considered big empire, and military is very strong, and many other things, science and technology is strong. Believe it or not, about 20 years ago, used to be big lines in front of a retail store for fruit and vegetables, just to get a little bit of apples or grapes or anything like that. Yet Israel, if you compare, is a small country. We don't have gold, minerals or diamonds like Russia has, and we have always challenges fighting our enemies that cost a lot of money. We don't have any. We don't big as Russia, and we don't have so many citizens as Russia. But yet, Baruch Hashem, everything is growing in Eretz Israel. Even in a time that real estate was going down in value in the United States, in Israel going up. Unbelievable way. It's beyond nature, beyond anything that people can explain. All the finance people can't even explain how is it. So we see whether if it's a personal life, whether is it a whole nation life, that things happen unexpectedly, and there is something else beyond our common sense, beyond our logic, that really influence and make things better in a time that needs to be better. That's what we really call the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And how do we see it in Parashat Beshalach? Am Yisrael just left Egypt. On right and left ride animals. Behind is the Egyptian, wanted to kill them, Paro and his army, right after them. In front is the ocean. What should they do? They didn't know what to do. Even HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Moshe Rabbeinu, don't pray to me now, just go straight. Going straight looks like total lost. Yet Am Yisrael went straight to the ocean, Nachshon ben Aminadav, and the ocean splitted, to show you something that you don't really expect and can happen beyond nature, supernatural, and can help you. A miracle can happen. Doesn't have to be necessarily splitting of the ocean. This is a remez why Chazal says one reason that the make a living of a person is parnasa is difficult. A splitting of the ocean means just like unexpectedly the ocean was splitted by Kadosh Baruch Hu, unexpectedly people will receive and get their parnasa. Sometimes you make effort in one direction, you put time and money and effort and energy, but the salvation and the solution for your problem come from different way completely. This is how life it is. This is why the Gemara says very clearly, Masechet Pesachim, page 54, that 7 things are hidden away from a person. The day when he'll have to go to the heavens, the day of redemption of Am Yisrael, what his friend is thinking, his parnasa, the Geulah, the redemption, we said of Am Yisrael, the day of comfort, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu will comfort the people of Israel, how deep is the judgment of Hashem, and Malchut Chayevet, when Hashem will take revenge from other empires, our other enemies. We see one of them is very clearly, specifically the parnasa, the living of a person is something hidden on purpose. HaKadosh Baruch Hu hide it away, we don't know. Also the same thing with shiduchim. A person sometimes can meet a soulmate overseas in a different country. She grew up in she has a different background, not really the same lifestyle that the husband have, but they get together and they're building beautiful home all together. One more point to remember, the splitting of the ocean was not just one lane and one place to cross the ocean. Actually split it, the Midrash says very clearly, 12 lanes, and Am Yisrael had to go through these 12 lanes and cross the ocean. Uvnei Yisrael alchu b'yabasha betucham. Simple as is, the ocean become like a land, 12 lanes, the whole nation passed by. The same thing with the parnasa of a person. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has many kinds, much more than 12 lanes. It's just a symbol to learn the concept from splitting of the ocean. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu has many lanes. En malchut nogat b'chaverta kimlo anima. The parnasa that one person needs to get from Shamayim has nothing to do with the parnasa of his friend. So one time, a person came to his rabbi and told him, listen Rabbi, you know, I have business at that street, and next door to me someone wants to start another company, make a competition to me. He went to Divrei Chaim Mitzanz to ask the rabbi, what should I do? So the rabbi told him, listen, I want to tell you a small story. You know, when people are using the horses to carry the wagon with the merchandise and the whole time, you know, sometimes the horses get tired and thirsty, so they take them to the well to drink. Did you watch and realize why is that? Before the horse is actually drinking water from the well, he is trying to kick with his front legs, kick something in the air, and he get very excited, jumping, and then after he is drinking. You realize why? What is got to do? Start to kick something in the air with your front legs and get so excited before you just drink pure water. The reason is there is a reflection of the horse and the water, it's just like a mirror. So the whole thing that there's another horse on the other side of the well and trying to take the water from him. So first of all, the well has enough water for 20 or 50 horses also. Second, it's not even true, it's an illusion. The same with you, the rabbi told him. You have to understand, you have a special way to get your parnasa from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and no one can take it from you. En malchut nogat b'chaverta kimlo anima. HaKadosh Baruch Hu give every person, every individual exactly what he deserves. The same with shiduchim, the same with everything. Now I want to share with you one more story, amazing story about that. There was a woman and a husband and a family, and they used to make their living from selling wine. Wine they had a special place, a basement with many barrels that every season they make delicious, beautiful wine. They sold it very expensive, and everyone knows if you want to have like very good wine, extremely good, fancy wine, you go to these people, you pay the price and you get the wine. After so many years, unfortunately, the husband passed away, and the widow could not really handle the wine production alone, so she didn't take it seriously and she sold what she has, and then she needed really support of the community. Happened to be one guy that he wanted to marry his daughter. He was a big Vir, very, very rich person, and he planned to have a lot of guests invited, a huge, huge party with Sheva Brachot the whole week. He needed really a lot of wines. And he remembered this family. He came to their house, knocked at the door, and the widow was not home, just the children. He asked the children about the wine. They said, well, basically, we're not operating the business. There are a few barrels still in the basement, but we don't think. It's mostly water, maybe. He says, okay, I want to test it. He went down to the basement. He took a glass, pour himself some wine, make the bracha, Borei Pri HaGefen, drink it. He says, this is delicious wine. He tried the other barrels, same delicious flavor, the other barrel also. He was very excited. He made an appointment with the widow. He paid her triple time that what she expected. And she was totally surprised because in her opinion, the barrels were full of maybe 90% water and 10% only wine. She didn't see any value in it, but she got a lot of money that was good perhaps for a whole year of Parnasa, and maybe motivated her to go back to the wine production to do it again. So unbelievable, Achai V'Ra'ai. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Rahman, HaKadosh Baruch Hu give the solution, give the Parnasa for each person in unexpected way. This is what we're learning big time from this parasha, from the whole thing of splitting of the ocean. One more amazing story about Avrech, who learned in a kollel all day long, learned Torah in Eretz Israel. And he has a tiny apartment in Eretz Israel. He and his wife, he learned Torah the whole day from morning to the night. And they have already 7 children. They have bunk beds. They have few mattresses on the floor. And the whole house is really used. Every inch is used. The wife is pregnant, expecting the 8 children, the 8th child to come. And he's going to be a baby. He needs a crib. And he can't really put him to sleep with the other children. And anyway they look, there is no more space. And the father decided to go to the kotel just to cry out, to pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And he went to the kotel every single day. After a few days, someone who came to, a Jewish person came to visit from the United States, recognized this rabbi is really screaming out loud and talking to Hashem, praying to Hashem. And he asked him, hey, is there any problem? He said, no problem, I'm fine. So what's in your heart? Can you share with me? He said, no, my wife is pregnant. We don't have any space at home anymore. I don't know what to do. I'm sure Hashem will help me. I'm just asking help of Hashem. And then they become friendly. He asked to visit the house. The person from the United States, he saw in his eyes all what this rabbi is saying is 100% true. And he decided to support him to buy a new house. The rabbi and his wife were extremely happy. Next day when he went to the kollel, he told everyone what's happened to him. And everyone decided to try also to go to the kotel. But guess what? They didn't find this rich person from the United States, because the rabbi did it originally with simple-hearted, with a lot of belief and trust in Hashem, and here come the miracle to help him. This is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's giving us many choices, and everyone has just to discover his special lane, his special ishtadlut, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will listen to his tefillot, and he give him, Bezat Hashem, the help and salvation from השמיים, ברוך השם, לעולם, אמן ואמן, תזכו למצוות, בשורות טובות, נחמות וישועות.